my infections. The weeds have been pulled as the strong rise in the ranks. So few remain. Who is worthy to be called the champion? Prove your loyalty, and you will be granted everything you want.
Welcome to Viral Pro. Ben Miller, Billy Maddox here, and as we take a look at what lies ahead in the Infection Invitational Tournament, and we are starting the second round this week, Billy.
We have a few matches left here. Good to be back with you, Jason. We got Jason Jones, Jimmy Fiasco. I'm excited to see what we do there. I think Jason Jones is finally going to give him, what Jimmy deserves. Maliko, Miranda, Graham Bell, Angry Dad, Chandler, Hopkins, and Big Hoss. Man, oh man, do we have some great second round matchups coming for you.
Absolutely, and none other here than Viral Pro will you find this type of action, Billy, and I cannot wait to kick it off here tonight. Man, this is an exciting time to be a Viral Pro fan.
Welcome to Viral Pro Wrestling, infecting the world one household at a time. I'm Mitch McCoy, and this is tonight's opening contest, which is a second round matchup of the Infection Invitation. Introducing first, Angry Dad, John Rockhold! And his opponent, the Soldier of Misfortune, Graham Bell!
Oh man, here we go, Billy. Here we go. It is time for the second round of Viral Pro. And as we have a tournament to crown the Contagion champion, look at Angry Dad starting off with a bang against Graham Bell here.
Angry Dad knows he has to get the upper hand on the merc here, the mercenary, because he knows if he doesn't, Graham Bell might slip in the win.
Angry Dad with an immediate over-the-shoulder British Bulldog-style power slam. And there's the intelligence of the merc. There, the mercenary, Graham Bell, as he gets a soccer kick block, but that one hit him right in the chops. And keep your eye on Graham. Nice hurricanrana to the outside by Graham Bell.
Graham Bell has to keep this speed going against Angry Dad if he wants to pick up a victory, because Angry Dad, his anger fuels him, Ben. It fuels him. I know you've never been angry your entire life, so you don't understand what having pure, unadulterated rage feels like, because everything has just been super happy and nice for you your entire life.
As you can tell, as I got very close to our mic there, I am a very even-keeled guy, but one thing's for sure, Graham Bell, he's showing that amazing athleticism with that springboard reverse elbow as he drives John Rockhold's head into that top rope. But, the anger of Angry Dad might get the most of him. He might win out of this tournament, Billy, because the sooner he gets out of this tournament, the sooner the man can drink again. And we know how hard it's been for him. He said, I'm abstaining from the booze this entire tournament until I get that Contagion Championship.
Well, he also needs that Contagion Championship for his 13 children that he has at home, Ben. He has mouths to feed, and everything being locked down and in quarantine, money has to come from somewhere. And whoever's running the show here at Viral Pro, who keeps glitching in and into our feed, obviously has that money to shell out, and Angry Dad wants a little bit of that green.
That's one, Billy, there's so many questions about who this person is. Why do they have so much influence? Why do they have so much pull? Why do they have so much ability to hack into our signal? I mean, we are in separate quarantine areas. Beautiful move by John Rockhold as he hooks the leg to Graham Bell kicks out.
Well, whoever it is, boy, girl, man, woman, I definitely don't want to get mess with him.
You wouldn't be such a B-I-T-C-H! I didn't touch your damn thermostat!
What's he talking about? I mean, we all know dads hate it when you leave the door open because you don't live in a barn, and touching their thermostat is a big no-no. And drinking their beer there, and I'm sure he's a Rolling Rock kind of beer drinker, or Milwaukee's Best. I can't figure it out yet.
I've had a beer with Angry Dad, and he actually prefers Miller Lite. And there's another beer that comes from Minnesota when he was traveling across country, going to different wrestling promotions before finding the best one on the Midwest here, Viral Pro Wrestling. And he likes a beer called Good Ass Beer.
Oh, right in the small of the back. Rockhold with a waist lock, German suplex, folds up Graham Bell like an accordion. Angry Dad stays on the attack here, as that wonderful referee looks on. Talking about my best friend.
I'm so glad you and Rex made up.
It's my boy.
I mean, wasn't it because you named your dog Rex and you just got a little bit upset that there's a human being also named Rex?
That's got to be it. That has got to be it. Look at Rockhold trying to lock in the submission hold. Demanding that Graham Bell quit after this variation on the Indian Deathlock.
Well, he's torquing the knees of Graham Bell there, Ben, if you couldn't see. I know you need glasses or maybe your contacts are not in right now. But, I mean, obviously, Angry Dad has the upper hand here.
Look at Graham Bell rolling through, putting all the weight on the shoulders and unable to get a 3 count there. A big boot by Rockhold.
Oh, he tripped on me.
Rockhold might have turned his knee on that big boot attempt. Going for the cover, and once again, Graham Bell kicks out. The hazards are very real in and out of this ring. Look at that back chop by Angry Dad. And a palm strike to the face as the sweat is just flying everywhere. Could be looking for that sit-out power bomb.
The sweat flying everywhere, as you heard earlier, as one of the germs got upset that the sweat dripped on him.
Part of the price you pay. Being a germ, that's your cup of tea. Oh, look at that. Angry Dad pulls Rex in front of him, and Graham Bell just shoves him down. I don't know. This is referee's discretion here if Rex decides to disqualify him. Oh, he's got that cannon.
That could take his head off.
Cannon, Billy. Oh, look at this. A little lie, cheating, and stealing. And is this going to work? We've seen this work for Eddie Guerrero in the past. Schoolboy roll up by Graham Bell. 1, 2, no! Angry Dad kicks out.
Very nice maneuver by Graham Bell. I'll definitely give it to him. Eddie Guerrero, the late great Eddie Guerrero, is definitely one of my favorites of all time. But there's no way that something like that is going to take Angry Dad out. It just can't be.
Angry Dad slouching in the corner as Graham Bell picks up a lot of momentum with a cannonball right into the chest of Angry Dad. Graham Bell could be looking for that hang time elbow here. If he hits this, it might be back to the government cheese line for Angry Dad. And here he goes, top rope, drives it into the sternum. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Graham Bell advances to the finals
About
in this
me a
tournament.
pinfall.
The semifinals.
The soldier of misfortune.
Semifinal. Don't correct me.
Bell.
Hey, I just want to make sure your facts are straight, Benjamin. He's now advancing to the triple threat. So far, it's going to be Graham Bell and Adam James. We'll see if either Big Haas or Chandler Hopkins is going to be that third member in the semifinals of that triple threat. I'll give it to him. Graham Bell definitely showed his skill here.
I've heard like stories in Tennessee. Bring the bullshit.
John Rockhold.
Wait. Does Rex has a Miller Lite?
Now that the tournament is over for Angry Dad, he gets to enjoy his long-lost love, Miller Lite.
I mean, it's a little light. Pretty tasty. Tastes really good. Kind of the opposite of all.
The following contest is a second-round matchup of the Infection Invitation and is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Being accompanied by Jake Boulder and Jason Jones, Big Hoss! And his opponent, the young gun, Chandler Hopkins!
Chandler Hopkins, my pick, Billy, my pick to go all the way to the championship in this tournament, but I gotta tell you, I'm concerned for the safety and well-being of Chandler Hopkins. He's going against the massive Big Hoss.
As you should be concerned, Ben. And so it's your pick going against my top pick. And I don't know why he has to touch his behind here, tickling him from the behind. I mean, that just doesn't seem fair. You know, I mean, that's not really nice to do. They're supposed to be having a wrestling match. Fight!
Look for Chandler Hopkins to be, I mean, he's got so much against him. He's got those two jackals, as I've called them, on the outside of the ring, Jason Jones and company. And then you got Big Hoss. Look, he can barely put his hands around the massive frame. Look at that, just tossing Chandler off like he's a bug.
The young gun's going to have to come up with a different tactic to take the big man down. But I don't think whatever he comes up with, Ben, I'm not sure that it's going to work regardless. I mean, it just takes one bigger bomb. Somebody's having a little bit too much fun here as they've been in quarantine for too long.
Too long quarantine.
I'm sorry. I had to have a little fun mocking my broadcast partner, Billy. So easily mockable, but what's not mockable is the size of Big Hoss. As we were saying, Billy, I agree with you. Big Hoss has got to be, you know, I wouldn't be mad if Big Hoss was the first Contagion champion. I mean, who's going to dethrone this guy, Billy?
Well, not you and your weird voices inside the microphone.
Splash into the corner. Big Hoss, look at Chandler. Oh, check out the athleticism of Chandler as he kicks Big Hoss right into that jaw. Big Hoss might be a little worse for wear here.
It definitely knocked his rocker, but that's okay. 6'6", 500-pound Big Hoss is definitely gonna get back in that ring, Ben, and show Chandler what time it is.
Wait, Jason Jones just collided with Big Hoss. I think that was an inadvertent collision, obviously, caused by Chandler Hopkins. But look at Hopkins going to the top rope.
Get up, Big Hoss. Come on now.
Wait, 10? Is that a count out? That's a count out. Chandler Hopkins.
And the winner of this bout via countout, the young gun, Chandler Hopkins.
Outsmarted the devilish trio and ended up advancing in this tournament. Good job, Chandler.
He got lucky, Ben. That's all that happened there. He got lucky.
Brain over brawn every time. That's what I say, Bill.
Of course, I mean, you're only 95 pounds. I can understand why you've gotten the crap kicked out of you a few times.
95.
Sorry, he hit me. I'm sorry. This is the second time. I'm
Big
sorry.
Hoss having words with his cousin here.
I know.
Chandler looks a lot better in that hat.
Don't think for a second. Don't count me out for a second. I'm gonna give each and every one of you no choice but to sing my praises.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the 100-proof redneck, Bubba Sutton! And his opponent, the captain of Team Babe, Camron Brunai!
All I know is I'm happy to see Bubba Sutton in another match here in Viral Pro. Even though that both of these competitors have been knocked out of the tournament, it's nice to see some one-on-one competition and to see who's going to be the better of the two.
Both have been eliminated from the tournament, but that doesn't stop the action from continuing here on Viral Pro as Bubba Sutton takes on Cameron Brunai in a one-on-one contest. And you never know, this could be for all the bragging rights in the world to whoever wins the Contagion tournament. They might be the first in line to get a title shot.
I mean, at this point, Ben, that's what they're going to have to look forward to, is to prove their worth outside of the tournament. So that way, whoever ends up becoming Contagion champion, you know, has some opponents worthy enough to you know, go against.
Bubba Sutton with a hammerlock as Camron tries to find her way out. We've seen Cameron Brunai wrestle over the last few episodes, and she is quite the accomplished professional wrestler. Cameron Brunai has one of the brightest futures out there, and she is showing it here in the early moments of this contest against Bubba Sutton.
I think whenever you said Cameron Brunai, I think you meant to say Bubba Sutton, because I know that he's been doing a great job so far that we've seen him here in Viral Pro.
As Cameron Brunai flips and flops, Bubba Sutton with those arm wringers, using the weight of Bubba Sutton against him. But look at Cameron Brunai rolling through and kicking him right in the gut. Those educated feet of Cameron Brunai are paying dividends here. But then there's that shoulder block from Bubba Sutton.
I will say she has definitely been improving week in and week out, but I don't think she stands a chance against that massive log of a man, the Honda-proof redneck Bubba Sutton.
Oh, he just decked her right in the face. I mean, that was a straight right hand. That shows you what kind of country grammar he puts on those right hands as he slams Brunai into the mat. This should be it. One. Oh, Brunai kicks out at one, refusing to let that right hand stop her. Bubba now putting the choke on her with that boot. Big double axe handle sledge right in between the shoulder blades of Cameron Brunai as Bubba Sutton stays on the assault here.
Like I said earlier, Ben, no way that she's going to be able to take out the Honda-proof redneck as he just keeps the upper hand with that nice suplex.
Snap suplex into that lackadaisical cover, showing very little respect for Cameron Brunai.
He's showing her the same respect that he shows any other wrestler in Viral Pro, Ben. He just wants to pick up the W. I mean, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, especially if it means, honestly, grabbing another spot or having a shot at somebody in that Contagion, the winner of the Contagion championship. I don't know if I'd resort to those type of tactics as he's choking the life out of Camron Brunai over that second rope. Look at Bubba Sutton, I think again, taking advantage or thinking Camron Brunai's not going to put up much of a fight. Oh, slaps her down in a DDT, and look at Camron Brunai is out. See, her eyes are closed, and once again, Bubba just has to hook the leg too. And no! Camron Brunai kicks out again.
I'm pretty surprised, and I'm impressed with her efforts here. But, you know, she's going to have to do something to be able to pull over a victory on Bubba Sutton.
First on the Irish whip by Camron Brunai, tries to go for that double axe handle. And a nice spinning back kick that doesn't connect, but there's a clothesline. Flying clothesline again, right to the face of Camron Brunai. And look at that disrespectful cover, and once again, Camron Brunai kicks out. She is out to prove something to not only Bubba Sutton, but everybody watching Viral Pro.
I mean, I'm surprised she was able to kick out from that flying clothesline, Ben. Have you ever been clotheslined across the face?
Yes, I have.
Well, I haven't, and I can't imagine how much pain that would cause somebody's face. I mean, what if that broke her schnoz?
Goes for that running knee, and unfortunately, Bubba Sutton catches her, and a fall away slam plants Brunai into the center of the ring. Bubba hooking both legs, taking it more serious, and Brunai kicks out again. This woman will not die.
You know, I think it's the ref's fault. I think the ref just wasn't counting fast
Hey,
enough.
you leave Rex out of this, you son of a bitch.
You watch your language, Mr. Man.
Just bleep that out. It's fine.
My virgin ears are bleeding now after that. But you know what? Thankfully, Bubba Sutton here is going to keep putting the pain on Camron Branae.
And Brunai fights him off that top rope. It looked like he might have been going for a superplex, Billy. And Brunai actually feeding off the germs here, telling him to give her a little bit of love. And look at Brunai with a beautiful cross body block. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. She got him. She is pinned. Bubba Sutton, well done.
And the winner is about to be
Brunai.
a pinfall. Camron Brunai!
Good victory by Camron Branae. I definitely give it to her. You know, she got the upper hand. I mean, Bubba, I mean, if you paid attention, Bubba just, you know, his shoes was untied. You know, his shoes were untied. He tripped whenever she jumped on him.
You got lucky, little girl.
Yeah, she got lucky.
I'm sorry, man. I promise, dude. I didn't mean it, dude. He kicked me right in the back, and then I landed on him. I'm sorry, man. Listen. But I've got a match right now, and I need you out there with me. You need to go out there with us, because, man, I need this. I know that your chance is over, but, man, I'm still in this. We can be champion.
I can do it. We can do it.
You brought me in here
I did.
to have your back.
I know.
And I've done it faithfully.
I know.
Because you're my cousin. You're my blood.
I know.
That's all right. This is the second time you cost me a match. We played with the California Raisins, and you cost me the tag team match.
I know.
Then tonight you cost me a chance at the belt. You want me to go out there, do it on your own.
My match is like now, Haas. Could you just come with me? Come on.
The following contest is a second round matchup of the Infection Invitation and is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Being accompanied by Jake Boulder, he is the hardest working man in professional wrestling, the Space Cowboy, Jason Jones! And his opponent, the man with the neon hand, minimum effort, maximum fun, Jimmy Fiasco!
Well, Billy, here we are, a second round matchup, but this is more than just a second round matchup. This is almost a blood feud between Jason Jones and Jimmy Fiasco. And as you just saw, Big Haas not at ringside. Maybe the odds are just a little bit more in the favor of Jimmy Fiasco.
I don't think it's going to matter. He's the hardest working man in professional wrestling. He doesn't need his posse. Yes, it definitely helps, sure, to have friends in your corner, but I don't know if it's going to help overall because Jason Jones has us in the bag.
As you see, Jason Jones and Jimmy Fiasco, and now Jones is trying to play a little bit more mind games with Jimmy Fiasco. As he's been successfully doing, Billy, we have to admit, Jason Jones has been getting the upper hand on Fiasco because of these mind games.
I wouldn't say they're necessarily mind games, man. I mean, you know, I just think that maybe you know, Fiasco has a screw loose or 5, and you know, Jason Jones just knows that, so he just is able to get the upper hand. And obviously, that's not fair. I mean, have you ever had your hand stepped on? I mean,
Yes.
well, you know what? I haven't, and I can't imagine that would just not feel very nice, Ben. I mean, what if his wrists are broken? What if he broke his pinky finger?
Yeah, people don't understand how much you actually need your pinky finger doing everyday activities like gripping. I'm sure without all your metacarpals intact. And this is a test of strength that, again, offered up by Jason Jones, and Fiasco is actually thinking about it.
I was going to say writing or typing, but I mean, I guess you grip things quite more often than I
do. Like a microphone and a pencil and other office supplies. Oh, look at the elbow right on top of the head.
Kielbasa.
son of a gun. You son of a gun. Stomping away on the leg of Jimmy Fiasco. We know that leg has been giving him issues since Jason Jones and his crew put a beating on Jimmy Fiasco, but one big member of his crew isn't there at ringside, Billy. How is that going to affect Jason Jones's mindset in this match with Jimmy Fiasco?
I'll answer that question with another question. How is Jimmy Fiasco going to feel when he's knocked out of this tournament by Jason Jones after this match? Maybe a little bit better so that way he can go and ice his leg, stop gyrating them hips, and take a couple of days for some R&R so that way he can go ahead and heal that leg back up. And I don't know, go work at McDonald's because I don't think he has what it takes to be here in Viral Pro.
You're so anti-Jimmy Fiasco. One thing's for sure, though, Billy, I actually think somewhere in your meandering, you hit on a great point. Jimmy Fiasco, the eternal optimist of Viral Pro, if he loses this match and gets knocked out of the tournament, will that be enough to break the ever-loving spirit of one Jimmy Fiasco? And is Jason Jones holding that key to breaking Fiasco?
Well, he's definitely going to break his ankle, by the end of this match here. And I don't have anything wrong with Jimmy Fiasco. He's entertaining. He's a nice guy. I've talked to him. I've seen him at the club. He was dancing by himself there in the middle, before quarantine started. But, I think he needs to go to where he's good, go dance and go entertain. And stop messing with Jason Jones and he mind his own business.
Oh, come on, Billy, you can't excuse things like that. That is just out of control.
Jake Boulder was just helping Jimmy with his head banging capabilities. He knows that Jimmy likes to dance, and so he's just trying to help him, loosen that neck a little bit.
I gotta admit, you are quick on the uptake here. As Jason Jones firing right hands and these big guys exchanging lefts and rights here. Fiasco has yet to uncork that big left hand in the face of Jason Jones.
Well, I'm not going to prematurely call this match and say that Jimmy Fiasco is going to win like you do. But because I already know. I mean, maybe Jason Jones is down in the corner right now getting, his behind, clothesline. But, at the end of the day, what are you about to do?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. You are a paranoid son of a gun here today as Jimmy Fiasco collides Jason Jones in the corner. Jason Jones could be out, Billy. Your meal ticket, I think you're on the payroll of Jason Jones. Your meal ticket might be out of this tournament after this matchup. Oh, come on. See, once again, Billy. You can't tell me you don't see that.
You see interference. I see Jake Boulder trying to stretch out Jimmy Fiasco's ankle to help him out.
Oh, there's that chain. What is that supposed to help him do? Is that stretching his ankle or anything? That is a weapon. And Jones missed. Fiasco clotheslines him. Picks up the leg, stacking all the weight on his shoulders. 2, 3. And that is it. Jimmy Fiasco
and the winner of this bout via
Jason
pinfall,
Jones.
Jimmy Fiasco.
I can't believe this just happened.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about!
More gyrating, more pink hand. You know what? Props to you, Jimmy Fiasco. And now you're about to be in a triple threat match between yourself, Niles Plunke, and either Miranda, Gordy, or the magnificent Maliko. Go ahead and try and get the upper hand with your stumpy ankle.
That match is next here on Viral Pro.
A couple weeks ago, I beat Mitch Onyx in the first round of this tournament. Onyx, you lived up to your name. You disappointed me with your stats. Get a steel coat, try again. Round 2, Angry Dad John Rockhold tried to show me the buckle into his belt, but he ended up like every dad I've had that's tried to do the exact same thing. Now next week are the semifinals of the Infection Invitational. I've got a triple threat, but I don't know who's in it yet. It's what we're finding out this week. Could be any number, any combination of people. Regardless of who it is, though, I'm going to be ready for him. There's a reason I am called the most guaranteed guarantee in the mercenary business. It's the same reason I'm called the worst case scenario, because I'm always ready for any and every eventuality. I've got a plan for every single outcome. I don't know who's gonna be in my way next week, but I do know that round is gonna go just like the other 2 rounds, because I'm gonna do what I always do, and Graham Bell is going to get the job done.
The following contest is a second round matchup of the Infection Invitation and is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Niles Planquet, the magnificent Maliko! And his opponent, the Bad Street Beauty, Miranda Gordy!
Another match, Billy, that has more implications than just the Infection Invitational. This match has personal issues wrapped all in it with all 3 members, well, 2 members in the ring and 1 Niles Planquet on the outside.
Look at his little table and his glass of wine. Doesn't he look super refined out there? He just wants a front row seat to watch his buddy, Maliko, fight this person that he's been fighting,
the
Miranda
Bad
Gordy.
Street Beauty, Miranda Gordy, and if you talk bad about her, I'm going to make sure she pays a visit to you with one of those chops after the match as you see Maliko unloading on Miranda Gordy.
Well, that would be very, very mean of you, Ben. Have you been chopped before?
Not by Miranda Gordy, no.
Well, I haven't been by Miranda Gordy either, but I can't imagine it would feel very good. And as you see Maliko with the boot, wait, what's going to happen?
Oh my goodness, Maliko going for an unorthodox ride on that top rope. Ugh.
I mean, that's just cheap, all right? She doesn't have a twig and berries between her legs, so obviously, you can't do the same thing back to her. Rex should just call that a disqualification right now.
Miranda Gordy taking advantage of a miscalculation by Maliko. And Miranda and Maliko have collided before, and she definitely wants to pick up the victory and be the first woman in the semifinals of this invitational tournament.
Infection Invitational.
For the Contagion Championship, smart boy.
That's all right. You know what comes after A? The letter B. And you know why that comes after that? A kick right to Maliko, unfortunately, that we just saw. As you know what, Miranda, gloat while you can. Because guess what? You're not going to win.
Miranda Gordy showing an unusually vicious streak. I mean, she's usually living up to her namesake of the Bad Street Beauty, but today, against Maliko, she really wants the victory. And Maliko trying everything he can to put a stop to the momentum of Miranda Gordy. Suplex, nicely done by Miranda.
I mean, Miranda would probably not be so upset if she just stopped messing with Niles Planquet for the last, pretty much since we started Viral Pro.
You have a much different recollection as to the events between Miranda Gordy and Niles Planquet as I do.
Look, potato, Ben, but all we know is that we have one hell of a main event going on here tonight in the second round matchup of the Infection Invitational for the Contagion Championship.
Oh! As we are all struggling, staying in quarantine, and with all the world's events going on the outside, it's good to know that we have something like Viral Pro to keep us entertained each and every week, right here on ViralWrestling.com.
You stole my line.
Do it better. As Maliko locks in a rear chin lock on Miranda Gordy. One has to wonder if Niles Planquet has some tricks up his sleeve maybe just even a mental game or two, hanging out outside of the ring while Miranda Gordy is trying to compete for that slot in the triple threat.
I don't know what you're seeing, Ben, but I see a Niles Planquet sipping on some wine, enjoying a perfectly fine wrestling match between friend and foe, and he just wants to see and enjoy it for himself. I mean, you're in quarantine, you're tired of looking at a screen all day, so it's nice to be somewhere live at Viral Pro Wrestling.
Maliko, trying to stalk his prey. Miranda Gordy takes his head off with a clothesline for his efforts.
Yeah, only a 1 count. It's going to take a little bit more than that, Gordy Bird.
Okay, Gordy Bird, that actually kind of fits it.
No.
Being a free bird and being Miranda Gordy, that was pretty good.
No, I take it back.
Son of a gun. Once in a while, Billy, you land on something good. Miranda it looked like she was going to whip him to the buckle and eat defeat by Maliko. And Maliko locking on an arm submission, finding the heel of his boot into the face of Miranda. Is this going to be enough for Miranda to submit? And look at Miranda stepping over and turning it in to a single leg crab of her own, or an ankle lock. Grapebining both ankles, trying to rip the ankles of Maliko. It's painful enough for Maliko to want to reach the ropes. And look at Niles shouting encouragement, and Maliko does indeed make that bottom rope for the break.
I mean, it goes the same way if you were getting your butt whooped by Miranda Gordy, Ben, and I was sitting at ringside. I'd be there encouraging you, trying to cheer you on, kiss your boo-boos afterwards, because that's what friends do.
Would you cheer me on?
No.
I didn't think so. You lying sack of, you know what.
Of course I would. I'm not just some stupid little plebe that sits here all day watching professional wrestling and have nothing else to do.
Well, I am, because I'm stuck here in quarantine and I'm stuck in the middle with you as Miranda Gordy. I think I saw Niles hand him something.
No, Niles is just giving him a pep talk. He's trying to get Maliko's
We've seen that
back in the game.
corkscrew come out to play. Don't pretend, Billy.
I mean, last time these two competitors were in the ring together, Miranda Gordy had to get him drunk. Had to play mind games with Maliko, get him drunk to be able to defeat him. So I think that might weigh on the mind of Maliko.
Attempt on the belly-to-belly belly-to-back suplex, but decides to drape Miranda between the second and third rope and choking the life out of her over that top rope. Look at him, they're taunting Miranda while putting the beat down on her. Oh my God. Hard forearm into the back of the head. And now Maliko is almost calling his shot like Babe Ruth. Sits next to Miranda, and we've seen this before. That back kick is coming, and Miranda catches his leg and elbows him right in the stomach. Miranda one step ahead of Magnificent Maliko here. And a teeter-totter, look at this. Brilliant by Miranda Gordy, taking advantage of the loopiness of Magnificent Maliko as Miranda going for a lateral press too, and Maliko kicks out so close to advancing in the Infection Invitation.
So close, but yet so far, Ben, and she's going to have to do a little bit more than play childlike teeter-totter games with Maliko to be able to pick up that victory. As we see Maliko get the upper hand yet again, I think he's going for
Texas Cloverleaf.
Yeah, look. Oh, we said it at the same time. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Can't talk till I say her name. As Miranda Gordy makes it to the bottom rope, he was unable to fully get that Texas Cloverleaf. And wisely rolls to the rope before the real damage was done, but Miranda still may have tweaked her knee on that. As Maliko smells blood and tries to hyperextend that knee. Going for the cover, hooking the leg too, and Miranda once again kicks out.
I will say I can watch these two in the main event go on forever as they definitely have a lot of bad blood between the two, and honestly, you're putting on a hell of a show for us here tonight at Viral Pro in the second round of the Infection Invitational. Looks like Miranda might be going night-night.
Maliko has that sleeper hold locked in, but Miranda, like you said, is trying to fight her way away from Dreamland here. Nice back elbow by but Maliko keeps, easy for me to say, Maliko keeps charging in, and Miranda's staying one step ahead of him. Clothesline. And look at that, a feather from his pants just flew off too. And Maliko kicks out.
That's all right.
You can sense the frustration coming off Miranda Gordy as she knows victory is just within grasp here. In tonight's main event, she really wants this Contagion Championship and that slot in the triple threat in the Infection Invitational. Oh, big boot by Maliko. Had that well scouted, and another right hand to the face of Miranda Gordy as Maliko mounts the top rope.
A big old chin.
Look at that, going for doing a little
like he was going for the. Oh, there's a power bomb by Miranda. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Miranda may have had the match in hand, and Niles Planquet gets involved and grabs the foot of Miranda Gordy, and now Miranda trying to beat the piss out of, or beat the poop out of Niles Planquet.
Niles just saw some gum that was on the bottom of her boot.
Wow, you are remarkable tonight with your coverage of these events as Miranda
doesn't
has
warrant
the
a kendo stick.
Great equalizer in her hand. Oh, there you go, Miranda. Whoop the bejesus out of Niles Planquet. Shot after shot as Planquet looks like a fish out of water. And Miranda, oh, that's it. Referee Rex is calling for the bell.
And the winner of this bout via disqualification, the magnificent Maliko!
She struck Maliko in the gut with that kendo stick, causing a disqualification. And whether she wanted to or not, her hatred for Niles Planquet cost her a berth in the semifinals of this tournament. Maliko moves on. Billy, what a night of Viral Pro we've seen here tonight. For Billy Maddox, I'm Ben Miller. This is Viral Pro. Stay safe and stay clean.
Stay clean.
Uh...